Hey guys, welcome back to this particular episode of Behind the Stock Unscripted. Now I just received questions in my Q&A link asking me this very important question, interesting question that I believe a lot of people want to know. So the question goes like this: Alex, during the crash, should I invest in stocks or ETF first? Now I think that's a very interesting question that I believe a lot of you probably want to know. Now, there's no right or wrong answer, because why? You can invest in stocks or ETF or both, okay? I mean, of course, subject to you pick the right stocks or right ETF. Why? Because time and time again, the market already proved historically the market will continue to go up despite various crash and crises. Now, why? Because of population increase, inflation, technology advancement. So stocks or ETF will actually goes up. Which one to invest in? Should I choose ETF first or should I choose stocks first? ETF, first thing first, they are called exchange traded fund. They actually invest in a basket of stocks. Now, if you choose to invest in ETF, that is pretty good. Why? Because ETF actually tracks certain countries' performance or industry performance or certain team-based performance. Like for example, you can invest in SPY. SPY actually tracks the S&P 500, which shows the US economy, the US markets. Or you can actually invest in, for example, SMH. SMH actually tracks the semiconductor industry. And of course, you can also invest in ARKK, which is from ARK Fund, ARK Invest, which actually invests in innovative, disruptive businesses. Now, the good thing about when we invest in ETF, because ETF is a basket of stocks, it naturally diversifies our investment portfolio, which means the risk is well diversified, the risk is much lower. However, in terms of return, the return will be averaged out as well. So what does it mean? While the risk is low, the return, while it is still decent, but I won't say it is outstanding. For those who want to look for outstanding return, then choosing a right stock is much more suitable for you. Why? Because when we choose for stocks, we are picking the alpha. Now, when we pick alpha means we want to generate a much higher return than the market. Now, of course, in order for you to actually pick good stocks, first you must understand the business, you must understand the management, you must understand the growth plan, and next, of course, you want to buy it at undervalue or fair value. Why? Despite stocks able to give us great return, the risk of investing in stocks is definitely higher than just investing in ETF. Why? Because you are selecting a few stocks only. Let's say, for example, your portfolio, there's only 8 stocks. So if anything happens to that particular 8 stocks, your portfolio will be badly impacted. So at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter whether you invest in ETF or stocks. Both are good asset class. But at the end of the day, you have to ask yourself, which one you understand more. Why? Because risk comes from not knowing what you are doing. If you understand that particular asset, okay, just invest in those assets. Oh, by the way, before you leave my session, every now and then I'll receive questions, from my students wanting me to support them. Now, I don't know whether it will be helpful for you. Okay? If you have any questions, under my video description, I posted a link there. If you have any question, you can just post your questions in the link and I'll go through a question and support you guys accordingly. But of course, please don't ask stock tips. Please don't ask me whether ABC can buy or not, XYZ can sell or not. Okay? Please don't ask this kind of question, right? So ask serious questions, right? Give me a little bit of context. Okay, what is the challenges that you are facing so that I can actually support you. Of course, if you don't understand anything and would love me to clarify, I'm also able to actually support you. Okay, so just ask if you have anything that you need me to actually support you. I will see you there.